Yes, people and them. What's good in the hood? Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. On a day when Arsenal was defeated by the mighty Tottenham Hotspur, right? Not about that for a motherfucker. Let's close the windows a little, please. Not as warm as it has been the last little few days, but do be liking, do be subscribing, people. And thank you to everyone that did watch the live today. Very good views, like 18, 1900. Last night's 10 p.m. wasn't bad, two and a half or something. And I think 10 p.m. the night before, was it 850? I was surprised. I didn't even notice that. I swear it wasn't that when I see it. When I come off the live that night, it just seemed like the average sort of live, like, you know what I mean? Not too busy. But yeah, 850. I was very surprised when I noticed that today. So yeah, the last few streams have been very good. Aha, Craig, good evening. Welcome to you, my brother. And it seems like it will be. Listen, whatever this comment says, I know it's going to be hard to beat this, and we're in the first minute of this stream. Evening, Craig. Shouts out to you, your family. Looking forward to Greece Monday. Arteta needs to learn a new football system quick. He has been forcing this inverted fullback, touchline wingers on box crushing, eight gimmick for too long, and it's clearly run its course. Interesting comment. So me and Hussein on my group, like his favourite saying it is, he says Arteta is a one-trick pony. Maybe Hussein will come in like, no, I don't think there's much more to explain than that. Basically, he says Arsenal have got one way of playing, and if a team good enough or equipped enough, or on their A game, an Arsenal, a Chelsea, a Man City, Man United, whatever, Newcastle, um, basically they'll know how to spoil our rhythm and the kind of way we play in order for them to be able to try and pick out a result against us. And it is kind of true. We are a little bit one-dimensional. It is annoying. And if you can't change that via your tactics on the training ground, if you're like, not a good enough manager, let's have it right. Craig, you have to buy a couple of people that do something either extraordinary or very different. Like Martinelli, bruvs, again, system player, as you would say, bruvs, all he must do is fit into a system, bruvs. I don't even know what that system is anymore because he doesn't score. He doesn't assist. Look at the last couple of years and his scoring and assisting. I'm sure they're disgraceful. Even the last 3 years. We need something different on the left wing. I know Maduki's there and he ain't on the tour. Again, though, Eze, he isn't a typical left winger for me. Like, I want to look at his stats carefully. How many games in the last 2 years in the Premier League has he played on the left wing? Do you know what I mean? Who does play left wing for Palace? I'm trying to think. Rice was pretty irrelevant. Brubs, to be honest with you, this could sound harsh. No one come out today with any kind of good props. Like, at least the last couple of games, we know about Max Dowman. I thought Skelly was okay-ish in one of the games. I thought Saliba was immense in the last couple. Everyone was very normal today. Everyone was very normal. But that was my biggest concern. It was nothing as much, it seemed like even in a way, good evening, Linda, even in order of players, it seemed all the same. Norgard doesn't seem different to a Jorginho, and I don't think he's as good as Partey, but I know it's harsh to be sort of trying to maybe put a rating on him. Zubimendi, for me, he's very Granit Xhaka like I know the Opta stats at the end of the season will say he never lost the ball probably or often or doesn't misplace passes because for me he kind of just sort of gets it, gives it. I don't know. There's nothing miracle working in that. Like, is he a defensive midfielder? Is he a six? Is he an eight? I hate getting into those, as you'd say, the gimmicks, the sixes, the eights, etc. Good evening to you, Linda. But then where does Odegaard play, bros? He's in love with Odegaard. If Odegaard's fit and available, plus he's the captain, bros. Like, there's a couple of players in that team that he won't drop. Like, he won't drop Raya, no matter what he done. I don't believe. Rice, I don't think he'll be dropping 105 mil. Havertz, he wouldn't drop, you know what I mean? He's clearly got his favourites. And Odegaard being his captain, bro. So I don't even think he should be the captain. He's not really captain material for me. He ain't a Vieira, a Adams, a Petit. Do you know what I mean? He ain't that sort of guy. I'd rather it just go to Saliba or Gabriel from now. Or Rice, sorry. What is good, Linda? What is good? How is you? Offend about me, Yuri. And again, though, I've seen it today, whether it's on certain sports news. I've told you this all along. And Simon Parrish, I think, had a little interview over the last 24 hours on Talk Sports. So UE, definitely. Yeah? This guy doesn't seem like the kind of white boy that lies out of this Steve Parrish. He's kind of fucking straight up. Like, don't want to lose it as a... We've had no inquiries. We've had none from London, none from up north, you know what I mean? None from abroad. Definitely none from North London, red and white, Arsenal. So he made it very clear there's been none. They said there's only talks of Arsenal, no talks of Arsenal. Obviously, we know these famous words and these new age words like intermediaries and that, you know, and agents talking. Because today there is a breaking story. Eze has agreed a 5-year deal with Arsenal. Obviously, it's now up to Arsenal and Palace to agree a fee. And the other story I hear, kind of from Simon Parrish, and Crystal Palace, excuse me, guys, themselves, is no one's bid, no one's inquired, and yeah, that's about that. Obviously, he says he doesn't want to lose Eze, but has admitted there is, without saying the price, there is a release clause, which a sizable chunk does have to be paid up front. I'll tell everyone no attack since the Aubameyang days. He certainly did. And it makes me wonder about Gorkrez. I'm now secretly wondering, but who knows? We'll see the next 2 friendlies. But if he doesn't start in the next couple of friendlies, what's he going to say? He's acclimatising. He's played for 3 different English clubs. He's from fucking Sweden. Nationality-wise. And as we all know, he's played for 3 different English clubs. I've seen enough. I love it. That famous quote, UE, you're an international superstar. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. As I said, over 1,800 views on today's live. Yesterday was over 200. The night before was 850. Yeah, man. Loving it, guys. Let's get it back to where we was. 2 likes, not even 1, yeah? Fucking hell. You get people talking, girl. UE, my brother. Where you been? Poorly, but better now. Good to hear, Linda. That's what I'm saying, bro. So it's like, I'm not sure, even at 27, how financially worth it now Eze is. Because unless your intention is left wing, and I don't believe he's mobile enough to be like Eze, like a Martinelli. What are you doing? Like an up and down, a mobile left winger, like system player, as you would say. Oh, 100%. 100%. But that's what I said. Forget the next 2 friendlies, but they're both at the Emirates. What is it? Athletic Club and it's confirmed. The 6th and the 9th of August is our last 2 friendlies. Villarreal, 6 p.m. club friendly, Emirates Stadium, 6 p.m. kickoff. And on the 9th, 5 p.m. kickoff, Emirates Cup, Athletic Club. They're the next 2 friendlies. Let's see what Gorkrez does. If he doesn't start in them 2, I would say, for me, he won't be starting at Old Trafford. There's your kitten. But yeah, Gorkrez, it was a shame. He couldn't really get into the game. He had 15 minutes today. And it looked like a lot of our players were tired, like, you know. And a lot of changes had come on. What is this dog doing? What are you sniffing for? Only Max Dowman, again, left any kind of impression on me today. No one did. Odegaard, rubbish. He was decent for the first 5 minutes. There you go. And again, I swear to God, come Old Trafford, first day of the season, he won't be in the 11. So the 20-man squad, you can have 9 subs these days. He won't be in the 9 substitutes. Do you know what I mean? And Wari will be struggling enough to get in there just because he's a dickhead. Where was Anwari coming on today? I'm telling you. He even brought on Dowman ahead of Anwari. Did Anwari come on today? Very interesting. What did you make of the game today? I know it's pre-season. We don't have to start, you know, being massively pessimistic, even though I do feel pessimistic. I just feel there is something missing there. And Eze, even though I'm not saying I wouldn't like him at the club, There you go. And he hasn't signed a new contract, bros. I don't care what everyone says. Where's this the official confirmation? I want to see this new contract signed. Where's his contract, bros? I want to see a contract, fam. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see the 11 at Old Trafford day one. First day of the season, 17th of August. Of course, I'll be live for that. And it'll be interesting to see the next two friendlies. Does Gyökeres start? What does he do with his mate Havertz? Would he try and accommodate Havertz as a 10 and put Odegaard on the wing instead of Martinelli? I doubt it. So I don't think he'd want to piss off his captain, his main boy, Odegaard. But what's he going to do with this dickhead? Super fucking steroids, fucking wenchman, fucking Havertz. I don't know. I've just seen Man United have made that Brazilian defender, Victor Reis, available for loan. They're going to send him out to their parent or sister club, Girona. But could Ethan go Palace on loan plus cash for Eze? Maybe. But I don't really believe no one in Germany really wants Trossard. I did hear through the grapevine, it wasn't Keyword they're interested in, it wasn't Nelson. I heard they would have been quite interested, as they're in Europe this year. Palace would have done a deal for Trossard. Would Trossard want Palace? Still London, doesn't even have to move us. Because these German clubs don't whip down the money willy-nilly. And as for Palace, say it's 40 million you have to pay up front and then 28 in add-ons for Eze, for example. Would they take 20 million cash, 20 million Trossard, and then 28 million in add-ons? Because then maybe then, and then only can we get the deal done. I don't think this is cut and dry, this Eze thing. Steve Parish, the Palace chairman, says Arsenal ain't made an inquiry. We haven't made a bid, so I don't know. No threat. Even at the set pieces, even that's disappeared though, Yui. But then again, Gabriel wasn't there. It really is Gabriel that causes a lot of trouble at them set pieces. So yeah. Again, pre-season, but we need to get that ship in order badly. Do you know what I mean? And there does seem to be something missing. If Odegaard isn't to play well, I don't believe he trusts Nwari enough to play as a 10. Max Dowman, the twice or three times I've seen him this year, he's played on the right. He's pretty much come on for Saka. He does like to cut in on his left. I remember the zero IQ, seriously, acting, ball, knowledge, cons, tried to compare Odegaard to Ozil. Yeah, I know, bros. And only literally me and UE from day one was back in that, bros. Only me and UE was back in that. So shouts out, Craig's officially in that crew, do you know what I mean? Saliba was fine today. I'm just saying, like, there was nothing wrong with him, but he wasn't better than Keywar. He's just stood out for me in the last couple of games, just like Max Dowman. But again, there's just been no one special, Norgard. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think people are trying to make an impression, making their debuts. Zubimendi, I think normal from what I've seen of him so far. I don't know, what's your guys' thoughts? Craig, UE, who else is with me? Do get the likes on the video, do be subscribing if you're new. What is your thoughts? I might have been harsh. Obviously, we couldn't really see Mascara today. It was only a few minutes. So we're not going to be rating the Mascara. But what do you think of what we've seen of Zubimendi? What do you think of what we've seen so far of Norgard? Gyökeres, we can't really rate either. Maduki's not on the tour. So everything just seems to be sort of the same as last year. Like, because that's what I'm saying. The players that are there, Gyökeres I'm not going to rate. Mascara only got a few minutes. But Zubimendi and Norgard, I don't know. It seems all normal in the midfield. There's nothing. Well, there's definitely nothing better than last season. Is it worse? I don't know. It'd be harsh of me to say that. Let's have a couple of games into the actual Premier League season. Norgard was decent. Be a useful signing, but Martinelli cooked. Martinelli's done, bros. There's no end product. Rice was playing today. He only touched the ball 13 times, apparently. He was very average. Good night to you, Linda. He was very average. Bros, he loves the club, innit? He's settled in London. He loves London. And he's still young, bros. And no matter, even if Real Madrid, he's not the kind of pussy like Real Madrid or say it was a Man City or a big hitter come in and said, this is the one and only chance you get to join us. He'll probably tell him to fuck off, bros. Saliba's one of them guys. He'll do what's right by him when is right by him, not before. Henry's and Vieira stayed 10 years at the club before they decided, you know what, we actually do want to win a medal. Let's fuck off quickly, Barcelona and Juventus respectively. And they both fucked off and won medals. Rice did play, very average. There you go, Tilda, that's who we call Rice. Rice was awful. Norgard, our best midfielder today. But I thought Norgard was fucking average. I thought Rice was worse, but yeah, considering he's the 100 million man. But yeah, Norgard, man, I don't know. What did he do? You know, it was disgusting. I dropped a bit of ash. He just clatters around the place, bro. He doesn't do anything significant. He doesn't do anything special. He's just a. For me, I don't know. I never watched him enough at Brentford, but he's a spoiler. Thomas Frank ain't stupid. I'll definitely give him that. And Christian Norgard was his captain. Made 13 passes. There you go. £105 million. You'd expect more. But again, let me just get the stream out there. What is Raya's natural position? Natural position. The goalkeeper see the not the first time, but the last time he gets logged. Yeah, bros. And I don't believe every time I look at him, he looks short to me. Is he a short goalkeeper? Bros, I said that the day Tottenham signed him when Antonio Conte called him a club signing. I was like, this guy's good. I watched him, bros. He was on loan at someone. He was on loan at Middlesbrough, I think, but he was Forest's player. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why. And he was just a right back doing a little Trent in the Championship. I've been aware of this geezer literally 3 years. I really like Jed Spence. Brilliant player. Let me get the stream out there. So quiet tonight after me saying about all the good recent views. Shouts out to Craig, to Zara, to Yui, of course. Whoever else is here. Shouts out to Craig, to Zara. Please do be liking, guys. Let's try and get it. Let me just put on Twitter live now. Live now. Shouldn't even bother with Facebook. Lucas Paqueta, what do you think, guys? I did say a few days ago. Here's an exclusive from Danny. Who remembers at least 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks minimum, 2 to 3 weeks, I said Donnarumma is open to a move to the Premier League. Yeah? I said Chelsea wouldn't surprise me, but the club I picked and I had on authority is Man United. Now, allegedly, he said something like Man United. I don't care what their league position is, what European competition they're in, whether they're in or out. As long as they can pay me 500 grand a week, I'm down. Now, we know he's got the nickname Della Money, and I suppose you don't get a nickname like Della Money for nothing. But Dead Spence says, Jesus Christ. Donnarumma has now been linked with Man United. Now, if they're buying Mbumo and Cunha, even though it's for 66 and 71 million respectively, I would imagine this is because it's in add-ons, hard-ons, blowjobs, whatever, and it's a lot easier to do. Do you know what I mean? And obviously not as much wages. Victor Osimhen has signed for Galatasaray. Like, what a signing for Galatasaray. Fenerbahce are fucked already next season. Like, that's hard work, bros. That's hard work. Trying to be better. Do you know what I mean? Do be liking, guys. Do be subscribing if we is new. Like I said before, we can buy the best players in every position until this Waste for Space manager is still here. We ain't doing shit. I pretty much agree with this, bro. Because again, I've always said we'll see what he spends in this window. 200 million down. I'm not convinced anyone else is coming in unless, you know, a Trossard, a Kiwior Nelson, Trossard, Jesus, Lokonga, a Hein, a Zinchenko, or a Vieira. They're the 8 players Arsenal would love to get rid of. Kudo's done well. Lewis Gurley wasn't too bad. Looked to fall for the goal, or looked to foul for the goal. Yeah, and I do remember your comment from the stream saying that's why he ain't a central midfielder. I still think he's better in central midfield than left back, bros. He's going to get caught out. A class right winger, a Salah will cook him. Them European nights against the big boys, the PSGs and that, bros. Do you know what I mean? They're the times. Where's Calafiore? Injured again. Was he even on the bench today? Because he went off with a knock the other day. No, was he even on the bench? Is he injured? Where the fuck is Timber? Out of the full team, who are your top 3 favourite players and who are your least favourite 3? Top 3. Saliba, Saka. Saliba, Saka, Rice. It could soon to be Gorkros, but at this moment, Saliba, Saka, Rice. Least favourite. Anyone that we spent too much money on and can't get money back on. Jesus, Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira. I've got no love for Trossard. Lokonga Zakan. Too many to mention, to be honest with you. Yeah, I hear that. But he flapped around like, bro, there was 2 corners, bro. Like, once in a game is enough for a direct shot from a corner. Like, it didn't touch nobody, yeah? And it hit directly the post. That was once. And then from the other side, the cunt done it again. Can't remember if this in the second corner if it hit anyone. No, it didn't. I'm sure it was a direct corner off the post. I don't know. If there were 2 goals, that'd have been 3. I would have had said Rayo's a hand in all 3 goals today, been a mistake. If them 2 had gone in. Do you know what I mean? Better goalkeeper catches them or something, man. That shit more organised. That was twice off the post. That's going to be Tottenham's thing this season. You're going to start finding teams against Tottenham now will put a player on each post. Because they've obviously got, I don't know who took the corners. They've obviously got someone that can fucking score from a corner. Because it weren't once, it was twice in the game. I think the same half. Thomas, the Frank engine, got Tottenham organised today. I'm not saying Tottenham are magnificent, but they should have beat us by 4 goals. Thomas Frank is a good manager. What we're going to have to see is, like, Morgan Rogers has failed the 60 million bid. They've got Kudos at 55. Has he bought anyone else? Kudos 55. He's brought in a guy from the Asian League somewhere. Is it Japan, China? I'm not sure. I think 5 mil. Basically, in a nutshell, it's going to be interesting to see how Thomas Frank spends money. And that will determine if he's going to be a great manager that's going to go on to great things at Tottenham and even beyond Tottenham and above Tottenham, or if it's going to be back to Brentford or Germany after Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? Because Levy and Tottenham do love sacking a manager. And for Yui, Saliba, Saka, Gabriel. Gabriel, fuck yeah, I forgot about him. Gabriel, yeah, I love him as well. It's hard. I love Rice. Hard question, Zara. At least Erdegaard, Havertz, and Martinelli. Very harsh, but I totally see it. And Havertz should be in my top. But actually, yeah, Havertz is in my favorite least 3. So back to Zara's question. It is Jesus, Havertz, and at this moment, Martinelli's pissing me off. But neither did Raya, bros. It wasn't the greatest game. It was a little bit physical and that. It isn't like the players didn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? But Tottenham are starting again on the Frank. We're 5 years into our process, or 5.5 years into the process with Arteta. And you would have thought both teams had new managers today. That's all I'm going to say. Do you know what I mean? After 5.5 years, bros, I don't care if it's pre-season. We should look organised. We should look like a team. For me, we didn't really look organised, and we definitely didn't look like a team. Absolutely bollocks to that. Well, not bollocks to you, but yeah, we're lackluster. Couldn't even muster up one fucking goal-scoring opportunity for the new striker Gyökeres. Some players can do it by themselves. Maybe that's why I wonder sometimes secretly, do I wish it was fucking Sesko? Sesko's that guy that can, you know what I mean, go to the corner flag and just take a pop shot, you know what I mean? He's unpredictable. Kudos and Skelly on toast. That's why we need to sign a left back. He done well, but he does get found out. Well, apparently Zinchenko has said he's not really interested in leaving us. It would have to be some phenomenal offer from a team he really wants to play for, and he's willing to sit out the year. So I reckon we might be forced into keeping Zinni, and we've obviously got Calafiore that can play left back if ever fit. This time last year, I remember saying if Calafiore plays 20 league games, we've done well. I wonder how many league games did Calafiore play last year? WB? What brilliant timing. Go and find out for me. Whoa. The football under Arteta is disgusting to watch. Well, yeah, as the saying does say, one trick pony. There isn't really a backup plan, you know what I mean? We either do what we do kind of neatly, that passing, inverted bullshit, you know what I mean? Out to the wing, cut inside, or we're shit. Interesting. This, I mean, I'm not sure at 27 if Eze is the one. For me, he's a number 10, bros. He ain't going to drop Odegaard. If Rodrigo is available on loan, I'd seriously think about it. If Real Madrid wanted some cash for Galea, I'd seriously think about it. And more than anything, yeah, if Kenan Yildiz could be praised away from Juventus, I'm fucking snapping it up because he can play left wing. And if Gorkros did get an injury or suffer a bit of form, you could put Yildiz up front. But because he's got Havertz, that won't happen. Guys, do we like him? Do we subscribe him? Interesting comment, WB. Go and tell me how many games Calafiore played. I said if he played 20 games, we done well, but 20 league games. Serious question. How much does it need to take Leo out of Milan and bring him to Stamford Hill and Finsbury Park? And DAT. No. Buzz, to get him into the Manor, to get him into FP and Stamford Hill, I heard he had a release clause this summer. I think it's expired now. Do you know what a release clause is? Basically, they didn't make Champions League football, so he had a £68 million release clause, even though they've been asking clubs for 100 mil. No one went near him, but allegedly, when inquiries were made, apparently one was Man City. He kind of said he was happy at AC Milan, and he feels half responsible why they're not in the Champions League, and he's staying. So I think he's kind of comfortable, and I think it would have to be a very concrete offer with, you know, terms already agreed. You know what I mean? Show him the personal terms, and maybe he'll change his mind. But he had, and I promise you, a £68 million release clause. 19 games. Yui, see? I'm always right. Is that overall or just league? 19 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 4 yellow cards. Is that overall or just Premier League? Because I said if he played 20 Premier League games, we've done well. See what I mean? It looks like I'm right again. He didn't play 20 Premier League games. That's not good enough, man. 42 mil. And as far as we know, because I don't know, was he even on the bench today, Calafiore? He looks injured again already this season. Can't. Who do you prefer in the Premier League, Kenan or Arda? Arda, I believe, will adapt. But let's answer with Kenan first. Kenan, I think, is the more physical beast. And the way he's fast and nippy, and he ain't a one-trick pony, he actually could play number 10 comfortably, Kenan. He could play a striker role comfortably, and he can play left wing very well. Where Juventus play him most of the time I've ever seen him play for Juve. So for me, very slightly, I'm going Kenan. I'm sure he's 22 years old. Arda, I know would be brilliant, but for me, he plays best from the right. We know that Saka, that would end Nwari's career. There's also Max Dowman and Maduki who can play there. Arda wouldn't get in the team over Odegaard. It's the same Eze debate for me. So I think we'll get the most use out of Kenan. But then again, left wing, he would have to fire because I don't think he'd be a second choice striker, even though for me, he'd be back up the second guy for Gorkres as well. So perfect. He only just a left winger, boot Martinelli out the team. If Gorkres got injured for a few weeks, bang, Kenan up front. But of course, he'll always go to his fucking steroid taking fucking, I'm Lynch, I'm in gym. 19 Premier League games. So half of the games exactly for 42 mil. And some of them were probably a sub. Oh, fuck it. I'll burn you, Doug. It is. Chelsea are going to be decent. Newcastle, they've got Champions League football. They've got their own problems, as in they've only got Elanga, Ramsdale. I think they need more for a Champions League assault. Chelsea, I reckon, are going to push for top 4. Man City and Liverpool, definitely top 4. Man City is going to be interesting to see. Their king, the guy that they said fucked up everything for them, Rodri. Hold on, so sorry. Rodri's back. They've also got Reinders. They've also got Cherky. What else have they got? Goalkeeper Trafford. I'm sure they've got someone else. Obviously, 67 million. What is it? Hussein Juma's mate. I can't remember his name. They got him from Germany, Frankfurt, last January. Hello. Hold on, so sorry, people. This dog's doing my nutting. Let me get a control ready. Who's with me, guys? Do be liking, do be subscribing. Let me get some football news of today. Eze wants a move to Arsenal. He has let it be known he would love and adore a move to Arsenal Football Club this very coming summer. Over to Arsenal and Crystal Palace. Arsenal haven't made a bid, says Steve Parish of Crystal Palace. Eze terms agreed, but sales need to be done first. Arsenal. What are we going to do over Eze? 27. Trossard would like a Borussia Dortmund move. Kiwior, Nelson, Trossard, Jesus, Lokonga, Karl Hein, Zinni, and Vieira. That's 8 players are all available for sale this summer. Watch, most will be given away on loan or their contracts will be ripped up. Wissa was with Brentford today training, but yes, he was only there for a couple of hours. He is insisting he wants to move to Newcastle. Newcastle haven't upped their bid. Will they up the bid? I reckon £30 million will seal the deal. Newcastle to Wissa to Newcastle. Sunderland have loaned Chelsea 19-year-old Spanish starlet striker Mark Guehi. Donnarumma to Man United. He's got 1 year left on his PSG contract. He's already said 500 grand a week, and I'd love to get this done. Liverpool and Isaac deal plus a Rodrigo loan. Spurs make Paulinho inquiry, and they're now in advanced talks. A loan with no option or obligation. Douglas Luiz wants a Premier League move. Aston Villa or Man United are allegedly interested. Uber has signed permanently for Marseille. Dan Ndoye, whoever the fuck he is, was it from Torino, has signed for Nottingham Forest today, 34 million. Osimhen has signed permanently for Galatasaray. PSG have signed Lucas Cavalier. Is that the Lyon goalkeeper? Is Donnarumma really on his way up? And Victor Reese, the Man City centre-back, is going on loan to Girona. Dan, you make a good point. Spurs hit the post a couple of times, but weren't great. We look so boring up top like them women that just lie there and wait to be clouted, no imagination. Exactly. And does Eze change that? Because he won't play as a 10, bros. And this is a problem buying someone that's 27. You may as well go for the young talent. You may as well have got that guy that went Man City. Is it Danish midfielder? Norwegian midfielder. Fucking Odegaard's mate. Oh, what's his name? We were linked for him for the last year. Young kid. He's also gone Man City. Oh my God, that Argentinian South American dude. Is it ever? It begins with an E. Everlach. Oh, fuck knows. He looks shit hot, that Man City guy, from what I see at the Club World Cup. Man City look alright, bros. Turkey, do you know what I mean? The winger from last year, he could be a little bit better. Savinho didn't really hit. We have enough young talent. Ethan and Max. But that's what I'm saying. Max looks very comfortable on the right, so I reckon he should battle on the right this year with Nwari, Saka. Madueke may be battling Martinelli on the left, but is that enough? Even if Trossard goes, is that enough to make him buy an Eze or a left winger? That's what I mean, because you'd still have Martinelli. Madueke's there. Fuck. We love a bit of young talent, Huey. I'd love Aiden Haven to have been here this year. Do you know what I mean? He's given a couple of minutes to that kid, Salmon. He looks massive for 15, though. He looks absolutely massive. Guys, absolutely quiet. Huey, give me a few more comments, man. I'll be getting out of here shortly. Is Ethan going to battle Zubi? Dio, Max, battle Saka? I don't know if Nwari wasn't employed on the right, but I don't think Dan will be a part of anything. He's only 15, but I don't think he'll be on the bench. And you're allowed 9 substitutes these days, and I don't think he'll be on the 9-man substitute list come the first day of the season. Ethan could battle with Odegaard, but he doesn't trust him, bro. He didn't even come on today. He brought on Max Dowman on the right. And we know Ethan Awari loves playing on the right or as a number 10. He brought on Max Dowman ahead of him. So I don't know what his plan for Ethan Awari is. Is he not playing Ethan Awari because he hasn't signed the contract? I don't know. I found it weird that he didn't bring on Ethan Awari today. Like Trossard hasn't signed the deal and wants to leave. Why is he coming on? He's not part of the future. Zinni, 1 year left on his contract. Apparently, we want to sell him. Why is he coming on? That's a space where the future of Arsenal and Wari should be playing. So I don't really know. He's not a central midfielder, bro. So that will be Zubi, Norgard, Mourinho, and Rice battling for the 2 positions this year as the 2, like, you know, the holding central midfielders, the 6 and the 8, if you like. Zubi looks like not very exciting either. He plays sideways and in between the lines. Another player doesn't take play. Exactly. That's what I said to you. I've said this to everyone for the last 2 years. I said this a couple of weeks ago, and you've been a little bit optimistic about him. I told you I've seen nothing in him in Spain. Barcelona, Real Madrid see nothing in Spain to ever bid for him. Don't even know what Arnie Slot's seeing him, but anyway, forgetting that. Do you know what I mean? He turned down Liverpool for whichever reason. You don't get that time on the ball in the Premier League. And even though his Opta stats might not say he got 10 goals and 10 assists, he probably won't lose the ball a lot. He's one of them guys, a bit like Granit Xhaka, sideways passer. He's going to get it, give it, get it, give it, get it, give it. Do you know what I mean? Intelligent enough not to like get into corners that he can't get out of. You know what I mean? He won't put himself in that situation, it looks like so far. Unless he's just, you know, getting used to shit. Oh dear. We're stuck with Trossard. Bros, Eze's not coming. Or it would have to be a fucking sell of Gabriel Martinelli now, I'm telling you. Martinelli would have to be sold now. Let me say that dickhead's getting on. Sorry, people. Yeah, close I love. How's North's finest? Currently unavailable. I'll fuck you up. Let me be calm. We've got another 5-10 minutes. Alive and kicking just about. I know the feeling, girl. I know the feeling. Trying to keep head above water and everything. You know what I mean? Just living and surviving. Trying to keep food, gas, electricity, paying rent. You know how it goes. It's all a battle and a struggle, girl. Believe me. Is this official? And Yui couldn't agree more. And I'm not excited. And if he decides after 3 games he's annoyed and he wants to give him a break, you know what I mean? Because he hasn't had a very good first 3 games against Man United, Leeds, and what is it? Chelsea, Tottenham in the first 3 games, Liverpool in the first 3 games. It's a tough old start we've got to the season, bros. So yeah, the next couple of friendlies, we do need to be seeing Zubimendi alongside Rice, see how he's actually going to get on. And Maduki, we have to see where he's going to play him. He needs to be ready to play both of these games, and I'm talking from the start, probably instead of Trossard. Trossard as he's injured, and Martinelli on the left on him. Damn. What's the news on Calafore? And is Timber even fucking with the fucking team? Because I haven't noticed him. He definitely hasn't been playing, so what the fuck is up with fucking Jury and fucking Timber? The last thing we need first day of the season is Calafore out, Timber out, Trossard out. Not even though I love Trossard, but again, you can't sell people that are injured, you know what I mean? How fit is Jesus? That's another reason why he can't realistically go nowhere. That's why on the last day of the window, someone's going to mug us and take him on loan like a Flamengo. And the only benefit that does for us is 265. But then again, if it's Flamengo, they might not even cover the whole 265. But fuck me, if Gabriel Jesus goes out on loan, please, we can't be fucking paying half of the wages or something if it's Flamengo. Because can Flamengo afford the fucking money? And it's Jesus in his last year in his contract. Because I tell you what, he is, isn't it? We're fucked. Jesus and Zinni are both in the last year of their contract. They signed at the same time. If they both stay and then they leave for free, like the business at this club, we need Zinni and fucking Jesus out. California Gabriel, Timber. All be back from Man United according to Arteta. So that means hopefully the friendlies on the 6th and the 9th against Athletic Club and oh god, whoever, and Villarreal. Villarreal, they've still got that Jeremy Pino. Why has Pino not got a big move to a Premier League team? He's looked good a few times, but nice on WB. Let's see if Arteta's talking bollocks. Let's see if they take any part in the last 2 pre-season friendlies. Guys, do we like him? I'll be out shortly. We'll give it a couple of minutes before I try that cunt's phone again. Do we like him? Do we subscribe? And what's your thoughts on today's game? Is it panic stations? We don't be needing any more injuries. Trossard's out. Do you know what I mean? Timber hasn't featured. Gabriel's fucking not featuring. And Calafore, well, yeah, he come on in and went fucking straight back off. This is not what we need. Well, believe me, maybe you'll have to show some trust in Mascara sooner rather than later. Or he'll be keeping Kiwa and everyone that we spent money on that we can't really get money back or get rid of. Because no one out there really seems to want him. Yeah? Fuck knows why. Probably said, yeah, man, North London, great place to live, you know what I mean? Paulista didn't really have the greatest of Arsenal's career. He was alright in Spain, though. He was pretty fine. He might even still be knocking around in Spain. You know what I mean? Some players are just not ready for the rough and the tumble and the pace of the Premier League. Shouts out to UWB. Shouts out to Clauser, to UE, to Craig, Zara, anyone else that's been in fucking stream. Della Ruma linked with Man United. I said this weeks ago. Who remembers me saying this exclusively live on the channel? Della Ruma to Man United. I told all y'all. Where's my fucking throat gone? But yeah, officially, I told everyone about Donnarumma and Man United. Is it realistically? Is it realistic? Like we're hearing they've got to sell now before they can even get Sesko. Surely Sesko would be the better signing for Man United. Donnarumma, last year of his contract. And PSG did buy a goalkeeper today. Yeah, I know. I know. His Crystal Palace contract got tore up yesterday. He had a year left on it. What a lucky footballer he is to play one game at Crystal Palace, get all them wages off him, just one game in whatever, 2.5 years, and now off to America probably for decent money. Lovely climate. I think it's Colorado, by the way. He ain't gone Columbus City. I'm sure it's Colorado Rapids, but I don't want to argue about it. I don't like Rob Holding enough, but I have a feeling when I see this and read this yesterday, it's Colorado. Colorado Rapids. I swear to God. But yeah, Palace ripped up his contract for him early yesterday morning. Some footballers are just lucky, innit? And what happened the day he signed for Palace? Like, did the manager say whoever signed him, like, he played one game, like, that's it, you're shit? Was it mainly injuries? Because fuck knows. What is the makeup guy actual name? All I hear you saying is Mosquera. That is his name. His name is Mosquera. Is it Mosquera? Mosquara or something. Mosquera. That's why I call him Mascara. But his name is Mosquera. Don't know how you pronounce it exactly. Mascara. I was watching the game today on a fucking totally different language, you know what I mean? Let me try this little cunt. But yeah, Maybelline New York. Makeup artist. Why is this geezer's phone unavailable? Do I have to fuck him up? Yeah. Christian Mascara. Guys, do we like him? Do we subscribing? I'm going to get out of the stream in a minute. Oh, fuck, I got to find this little cunt and fuck him up. So do be liking and do be subscribing. Shouts out to little man Thierry. Bra, 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 bra. But yeah, some footballers are just very lucky. Eze wants Arsenal move. Trossard would have liked to move to Borussia Dortmund. If WB's right and he's got a fucking hamstring injury, boy, I reckon we're pretty fucked. Palace insist no bid or talks with Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club would like to get rid of Kiwor, Nelson, Trossard, Jesus, Lokonga, Heinz, Zinchenko and Fabio Vieira before the end of this summer transfer window. It's time for sales. It's selling season now at Arsenal. How many will we get money for? There's millions of pounds worth of talent there. 32 and a half Zinny, 45 fucking Jesus, fucking 35 fucking Vieira. Like there's millions of pounds worth of talent there. Will we get money for any of them? Like Zinny, Jesus, last year of their contract. They could both end up seeing out the last year of their contract. Okay, decent squad players, but fuck me. In 12 months' time, another 2 squad players, if you like, will be down and will receive no money for them. But would have spent the best part of 80 million signing them both from Man City. How are we allowing this to happen? The Congo must be rolling into the last year of his contract. Vieira, get rid now. What's the point of sending him on loan? Not extending his contract by a year, then by the time he gets back, he's got a year or 2 left on his contract. What the fuck is the point? So Berta, that's why I'm not going to rate his window so far. I want to see if he can take back money, like do a Daniel Levy special, get back fucking money for some shit players. Liverpool, even if they're selling a centre back, Kwanzaa, they get 35 mil from German clubs. We can't get 35 mil for half of the fucking names I fucking said there. We can't get 35 mil for Jesus and Zinchenko put together. It's not a good look. Guys, I'm rolling on for another 2.5 minutes, a 50-minute stream. Shouts out to all the real ones that have been on the stream. WB, Zara, Clauser, UE, Craig, anyone else that's been with me. But yeah, we had some banging views today, so it's been a dead quiet stream. So I'll give it up now. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, the last few streams, yeah, we've been getting back there. 10 p.m. live the other day. I don't know how that got over 800, but they're lovely. A little bit controversial. People going back having a look, rewind, rewind. You know what I mean? That's mad. And decent last night. Over 1800 today for the live. In our defeat in Hong Kong, the first ever North London derby outside the UK, and we went and lost it 1-0. Tottenham keeper didn't have a save to make, even when Gorka has come on for the last 15 minutes. We weren't creative enough. The only time we looked creative is when Max Diamond fucking got on the pitch and started running at everyone. So I'm blaming everyone. I'm not just saying it was because of the Zubamendi or Norgard. Like, Saka, where was you at? Odegaard, where was you at? Odegaard had the first good 4 minutes. After that, he was fucking non-existent. Just buzzing around. Norgard didn't do much for me. Not that I expected anything. Zubamendi seems sideways from the couple of games I've watched of him so far. Like pretty much like Xhaka, just sort of sideways passing, nothing elaborate, doesn't run at people, you know what I mean? Doesn't put his foot into tackles, not aggressive. Just keeps the ball moving neatly in midfield. And if that's all he's been signed for, I find it a massive risk because Arteta and Arsenal's entourage of wanker scouts have been watching this geezer for how many years? This is in Spain. This was at Real Sociedad. Isaac's training of his old club, Real Sociedad, by the way. Alone as he attempts to force through a move to Liverpool. We should have went for Isaac. We obviously realised Isaac was available. And do you know what I mean? The Arsenal fans would be trying to give it, go for Isaac, go for Isaac. So just before we become available, they thought, fuck this. We took weeks to get this Gorkro's deal done. Let's get this done quick. Or the super fans are going to be asking for fucking Isaac instead. And even more money. And God forbid Arsenal wouldn't be fucking doing that now, would they, guys? So I don't know. Norgard had never really expected much at the £10 million, 5 million in add-ons. Zubimendi, didn't rate him from the start. Haven't seen nothing that's given me any hope thus far. But it's obviously early days. He just seems to be just a sort of, sideways passer. Just keeps the ball moving. That's it. I wonder if he got a good long pass on him, you know what I mean? So he just seems to just like, pass it to the nearest man. Nothing elaborate. Doesn't get stuck into tackles. I don't know. Norgard will be more there for that, but I doubt these two will play at the same time often. Mourinho, I'm not sure what his role will be this year. Havertz will be the number 2 striker, you'd like to think. Will there be another signing? I can't see this Eze, 27. You can't sign a 27-year-old to be Odegaard's backup. It would also seriously fuck Dalman right down the pecking order back into the academy. And I don't know, it might be the last straw that pisses off Anwari, like if he doesn't get no minutes, because obviously Eze lands, but Eze more left wing. I don't think he's a natural winger. Up and down that touchline, say like a Martinelli. But it's all interesting, guys. Shouts out to all the real ones. I'll be back tomorrow. If there's any decent friendlies, I'm going to have a little look now. I'll have a little Google search or whatnot for any decent friendlies tomorrow. Any Barcelona's, PSG's, Bayern Munich's, etc. Obviously, I'll be covering the last 2 Arsenal friendlies against Villarreal on the 6th and Athletic Club on the 9th. And it's selling season and no one wants our players. And the players we might have got a few notes for, Trossard possibly. Boy, we're hearing he could have a hamstring injury. Jesus, if he ain't fit in the next fucking couple of days, no one's going to bid for him. It'll be a transfer deadline loan to Flamingo. They'll probably ask us to pay off his wages. Get the fuck out of it. Guys, God bless. Keep it down the AFC TV. Shouts out to all the real ones. All the new subscribers. I think there was about 10 new subscribers from today's Arsenal Tottenham live. So, guys, don't be shy. There's been no one new commenting tonight. Hopefully you catch me another time. New subscribers, shouts out to you all. Old subscribers, respect. Love you all. Peace out. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace out, people. Good night, y'all.